Okay, time to figure out what's on this thing.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of, well, whatever this is. Well, I know very well what this is. This is Inscryption. Sorry for the scuffed intro there. Kinda had a lot of issues getting this properly recorded because, man, the game starts in windowed, starts in the wrong screen, and it starts with sorry stuff, so can't exactly start this normally. But oh well, now that that's done, let's start the game. But seems like I forgot to reset my save data. Oh well, let's just continue. Oh hi, creepy man. Another challenger. It has been ages. Perhaps you have forgotten how to play this game, how this game is played. Allow me to remind you. Play the squirrel card. Sure. Now play your stoat. Stoats cost 1 blood. Sacrifices must be made. Wolves require 2 sacrifices. You don't have enough. Ring the bell to end your turn and commence combat. Your stoat stands unopposed. The number on the bottom left is his attack power, 1. You stoat dealt me 1 damage. I added it to the scale. You win if you tip my scale all the way down. Like this. My turn. Your stoat stands in the way of my coyote. Coyote? My coyote deals 2 damage to your stoat. That means your stoat's health is 2 less. If a creature's health reaches 0, it dies. It's your turn again. You may draw from your deck, or you may draw a squirrel. How dull. Let's play another squirrel. And no, that was kind of dumb. Let's just kill his creature. You know you can play more than 1 card per turn, because you're learning I will pass. Another squirrel. And now we can do this. Four damage dealt, 4 ways to the scale. You won this match. You won they won't all be so easy. Let me recall your story. Oh yes. You were lost deep in the forest. A single path revealed itself. So you can only go here. 2 denizens of the forest approach you tentatively. The caustic adder, damage from its poisonous bite is always lethal. The undying cat, sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. Only 1 may grace your paltry deck. Cat. Another creature joins your caravan. Some of the creatures of the forest seem willing to follow you. You came across an abandoned sack. You found a squirrel in a bottle, break in case of emergency. You have a second. Another useful implement. It allows you to tip the scales with it. There is trees as much as you can carry. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. You didn't sacrifice me? How kind. Maybe you'll help me? Take your turn. The card is talking to me. Interesting. Play along for now. You may now see my moves ahead of time. We can now see he's going to play a wolf cub, which is a fledgling, which means it grows. Behold the rulebook. You can also go here and rulebook and check out all the stats here. So now that this intro is done, let me give you a proper intro to the game. Inscryption is a card game. Wow, who would have thought? It's kind of horror-esque, and it's really meta, kind of. You'll see more later. I have already played this game, so this is not blind. But I still love this game, so why not play through it? If you have not seen this game before, I will, well, recommend you play it yourself because it's a great experience. But if not, well, I'm going to just not spoil anything anyway. Let's just continue playing. So for now, I think best option is go squirrel, sack the squirrel for a cat, and sack the cat for one of you, the stoat. That way I can summon as many one sacrifice guys as I want, because the cat will keep coming back. Mind the ambitious wolf cub, it ages swiftly. So I can go for either a squirrel or a random card. I'll grab a squirrel. Now I could summon the river snapper, but it would have to go through 3 defense here. In other words, 3, well, useless turns. So that's a really bad spot for it, so I'll just pass. The wolf cub grows up. The airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly. And now I'll grab a card. Wolf. Perfect. I'll put down a scroll here. Sack these 2. And now the wolf will destroy that in 1 turn. And can instantly start doing damage. Here let's grab another squirrel. And now I can do these 2. And now this guy will kill the wolf in 2 turns. While he will survive 1 attack back. So this is just perfect, so to say. Ooh, 1 damage from winning. Should have gone for a wolf here. That's probably a wolf. That way I could have sacked the stoat and gotten more damage. But oh well. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the now bloody terrain. We get another choice of cards. A wolf cub. The young wolf cub, it grows into a wolf after a single turn. Or the meek sparrow. Wolf cub is so much better. And now you stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. So we now have to sack one of these 2, and their effect will be then moved to a different card. I think my best option will be wolf cub onto something weak, like the stout. That way, well, what an honor. That way our stout will become more powerful and gets cool eyes. Ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the wolf cub now lives in the stout. And now we have a special battle. Behold my totem. It inscribes my canine cards with the airborne sigil. He's completely insane. You see that, right? No care for the rules. Pathetic, really. Enough. Only keeps me around to watch me suffer. Well, interesting that this guy can speak, but oh well. Now we have two options here. Airborne will always attack above me, which might be a good place for the cat. But I don't want to keep losing 2 HP per turn, so I won't do that. Instead I'll put a Stoat here, who will then level up next turn. So they go like this. Oh, he also has Airborne because of the totem, I forgot. My totem has granted my coyote with the power of flight. So both of them attack overhead. And now our, well, Stoat has leveled up to a Great Stoat, 2-5. We can now place the squirrel, sack the cat in theory, and get a wolf in play. And now we've cleared both of his cards. Let's grab one of these. Snapper. Deal damage. 3 damage. Take away. Wait, 3 damage away from winning. Wolf Cup. Oh well. Let's grab a squirrel and play you. River. And that should win us. Yep. Impressive, you may yet survive the ordeal. Knock on wood. We have an elk, a skunk, and a raven. Now, I cannot remember the map. If there's another sacrifice point, the skunk's the best then. Otherwise, both of these are kind of so-so. So let's go with the elk, better statted. Ah, there was another sacrifice spot. Oh well. You come across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunk from starvation. They huddle around in a campfire. They looked up from the group of creatures and beckoned. Come warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire, they will enhance its power, said another. You notice one of the survivors wiping drool from his mouth. So we can upgrade one of these cards by 1 attack. Elk wouldn't be too bad, but I'll go for River Snapper. That way he's at 2-6, and now decently useful. The fire warmed the poor River Snapper, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached toward it. Another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the River Snapper away from the fire and left. Later on, that field will give you a choice to keep upgrading a card, but each time there's a 50-50 risk these guys will just destroy the card. So, that's an interesting spot. Ooh, that's very good. I can go another squirrel here, but issue is there's a bear here. This is one of those, and I have nothing to summon. This is one of those, well, levels you're kind of supposed to lose. I could have won actually, but I'll just kind of do so. This is a story game primarily. See, there's a second bear. No way for me to really win here. Grizzly. And next turn, I'm just dead. Stoat, there's a way out. For both of us. It's somewhere in this foul cabin. Be silent or I'll tear you to shreds. We can sack one of these to stall a turn. You sure? And now we die. You've lost. Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me the candlestick from atop the barrel besides the door. We can now explore this room. It is very dark. There's a clock here, which I'll mention later. There's the safe here, I'll mention later. There's this painting, cool. There is some figurines down here, but I don't think we can inspect them. We can. The door. We cannot escape. There is this squirrel. There, that's the thing we're supposed to bring. The candle. There's this lock place. Another candle here. There's this wolf here. And the globe. Also, well, the skeleton here, but oh well. Is the skeleton already there? I can't actually see. My screen is way too dark. Oh, we're supposed to bring it here? Now sit back down. Let me explain something to you. There was one of the two mistakes you can make here. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? We can choose left or right. I'll go right. I haven't used any of my items yet, so right is better. We have these mushrooms, mean you already have one copy of each of these. I think the wolf is better, but neither of these is too good. We have infinite one sacrifice cards, so we probably want one sacrifice cards. Another group of survivors. Text is the same, so just skip. Let's add another attack to the elk or the river snapper. Let's go river snapper. And we just run. And now, boss fight. The trees seem to close in around you as a chilling mist descends. In the distance, you could hear the clinking of metal and stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. Ah, that was the prospector. He's doing the prospector again. Easy, boss. The mule's key. So, as this, Stout said, the key is to defeat the mule, because he will drop a ton of good cards. But we can just kind of cheese it. Go squirrel, summon one of my wolves. Go a second squirrel. How much HP do we have? 1. And summon the stone. And then next turn we should be guaranteed to win. Oh no! Taking 1 damage, but he levels up. Let's go for a squirrel. I misclicked. We have won! I hope you didn't think it would be that easy. Whoops. There's gold in their cards! Ah yes, good old phase 2 boss. Gold! I've struck gold! If he, in the transitional phases, he destroys all your cards and you have to keep playing like this. So, optimally you do one of these. The dog always goes to the place of your card. And then you have to kind of, figure it out. Moves here again. I don't have spaces for another elk because, I don't. He destroyed this card, so I have to keep drawing. That's great. Actually, I could have just played an elk here. Never mind. And we got a ton of free cards. Dang nabbit, my mule! As good as this is now, I'm actually going to actively throw now. Why? Because if you survive this anyway, he throws a hissy fit and just says, nope. Here's an unkillable board. Goodbye. You're not supposed to win this. Kind of. So I'm just going to play along. More gold. More gold for me. You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory. Though you may think of it that way. Before you expire, I must ask you for a favor. I would like a memento. Your very own death card. It's quite plain at the moment, isn't it? We will work together to amend that. I want this to be the perfect memento of you. Here are some cards from your mediocre deck. We can put them to good use. Please choose a card to draw the cost from, Oh, fuck you. You gave me 2 wolves for this. Now a death card costs 2. Now choose the stats. 3/6 is actually great. Lastly, choose the sigils. Not the best, to be honest, but I'll take cat. And I never did ask you for your name. I know why you're asking, but sure, I am cooler. There is now but one final matter. The portrait. Are you ready? You do not need to smile. And that's how we died. Here we go again. Another challenger. Perhaps it is time. Perhaps you can understand bones. The resourceful of possum costs 2 bones. You gain a bone when one of your creatures perishes for any reason. So you have to play a card. Let's go squirrel. And let's go stoat. From the defeat of your creature, you gained a bone. You will not lose this until it is spent or the battle ends. And now, since we don't have a second bone, we just have to keep going. The rattler attacks. We lose 3 HP. I go for a squirrel. And you know what? Goodbye, Stoat. While I was asleep again? And we kill this guy. But oh no, a second rattler. Guess I'll just wait. My wolf! Oh no, I need something to play. But I can play the opossum for free. Because I have 2 bones. Well, 3 currently. Can't you... How do you do that again? Oh well. Hooray! We are alive! And I win next turn. How brutal of you. You dealt me more damage than you needed to win. However, in my game, such feats are rewarded. To be precise, a tooth to keep for each extra damage dealt. The trapper might be interested in your spoils. And welcome to a new level. Oh. I forgot your figurine. Get up and fetch it for me. It's beside the safe. Let's grab that. Our figurine. Around here, nothing really has changed. Though we can press this for more smoke now, which is cool. You as well. And we have this picture now, which says Scroll Raven Egg. It will matter later. And if you can see, the safe is shaking. I wonder why. Let us continue. For now on, we can actually get up and off the table anytime we want. And I think that's a good time to call it. We've experienced most of the tutorial, and this is a new run, so to say. So how about we do that next time? See you all then.